Hi guys, welcome back. Today's reading is going to be a message from your person. So take what resonates and leave the rest. If you do want to tune into the energy of this reading, I ask that you be open to taking on some of the advice and encouragement as it might help you to see things from a different perspective. So if you do like it, please like, share and subscribe so I can try and grow the channel. The first row here is going to represent your energy. This third row will be their energy, and then the middle row here will be the energy between you. So we'll pull various cards to get more information and to gain more understanding. So the first row we have here is yours, theirs, and then the energy between you. So I'm just going to shuffle out the cards here before we get into the reading. I'm using various decks just to get a clearer picture and see what comes up. So I'll just get these done. I know it's kind of hard to see the cards, but we'll just work with what we have. So we won't necessarily be working with zodiac signs, but I'll tell you what signs come up through the cards. It could be your sun, moon or rising, or it could be a lot of that sign in your birth chart. So I'd advise you to take a look in that as well, because you can get in a lot of information from it. Okay, so your energy, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this card talks of juggling, you know, trying to find a balance maybe between your work and your home life, and find a balance with the energy in the connection, you know, and what you want and what you may feel like you're getting at the moment. The Two of Pentacles comes along to remind you to really pull back your energy for the moment and focus on what it is that you do want, because when your energy is scattered, especially regarding a relationship or a person, the universe doesn't know what you want. If you don't clearly decide what you want and what you're willing to settle for, you've got to really put the emphasis on what you want. So it's about identifying what you want, finding a balance between the two, and figuring out what's worth keeping and what's worth letting go. The pentacles are related to the earth element. So it could be Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. It doesn't have to be, but that may be, it could be one of the zodiac signs involved here. The Two of Pentacles gives you the opportunity to pull back and figure out what it is that's best for you. One of my things as well lately is, if you want someone new in your life, or someone to stay in your life, you have to make room for them. So if you don't have the energetic space for somebody, it's not going to work out. So it's about finding the balance. Again, decluttering, clear your space, make room for someone physically, make physical room for someone to be in your life, as well as mentally and emotionally. But it can be positive. All cards can be positive when you turn them around, because at the end of the day, you can do what's best with any card. The person's energy I have here is the Seven of Swords. So this card talks about, it can be the card of deception, but it not necessarily that the person is deceiving you, more so deceiving themselves. They could be quite limited in their beliefs, and they might not see things. They just have one kind of way of seeing things, and they're kind of, in a way, lying and deceiving to themselves. They're not open to other ways of doing things. They're trying to do it all on their own, and they're kind of in their head a lot. When you're in the swords are our mental body, and it's connected to our mental body, and they're connected to the air element. So we have Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. So that could be one of the zodiac signs that represent your person at the moment. The Seven of Swords is a card of pushing through those self-limiting beliefs. So your person right now may be on a path of spiritual transformation where they're just trying to figure things out, and it may come along. It may appear to you that it's you they have the issue with, but it's really an internal conflict, and they've got to work it out themselves. So we'll figure out more as we go along. So we have the energy between you, and you've got the Ten of Wands. So this is the card of, you know, feeling overboard and worn out. Your health may be affected, just feeling tired, drained, sick of it at the moment. You know, you don't know whether to give up or to push on through. So it's just a card that, you know, it makes you realise that things have to change. You can't go on like this, you know. It's just draining your energy. So the energy between you right now may be a little, well, challenging, maybe distant, and we'll see what else comes up in the cards there. So on your side you've got the Divine Masculine. So this is the card that asks you to connect in with your Divine Masculine. It doesn't matter whether you're female or male. We all have to balance our masculinity and our femininity. And sometimes when we're, especially if we are female, we may expect too much of our masculine to come and, you know, kind of change things for us and save us, and, you know, vice versa. It works in all types of relationships, but this card is reminding you to bring the balance of your femininity and your masculinity together, because you do have the inner strength to overcome anything that you do need to get through right now. You know, you're divinely protected. You've got your lion here, your inner strength, and again, it's pulling back your focus on yourself and figuring out what's right for you. As I always say, the most important relationship you're ever going to have is the one with yourself. If you get that right, then you're going to improve every other area in your life, every other relationship and area. So this card is asking you to maybe focus on that at this time, you know, pulling back your energy and not worrying about the outcome of the situation, because when you put all this focus in and you know, you want it to work a certain way and it doesn't work out that way, then, you know, you're feeling let down and disappointed. But once you connect back in with yourself, the universe will bring you what you desire. It's just first you have to figure it out, you know. So here we have boundaries. So your person at the minute may be trying to figure out what boundaries that need to be put in place for their sanity, in a sense. You know, we're all on our own path. We all have our own lessons to learn. We all have our own lives to live, and it can be tough. You know, there's a lot going on this this earth plane. You know, we're overloaded with self-limiting beliefs, conditioning, technology, information. There's a lot going on, and some people just find it very hard to process. And if you don't have the boundaries with your, you know, within yourself, it's very hard to be able to sustain any type of relationship, because again, bringing it back to, you know, the person, the most important relationship anyone will ever have is with themselves. So I feel like your person at the minute is really struggling to figure out, you know, what they believe instead of what society has taught them to believe. And I feel like that they're on a stage now where maybe they've pulled back their energy. They're trying to figure out what boundaries that need to set in place, and they're just trying to connect in with their inner knownness and their inner wisdom. They are going through a lot right now, but that doesn't take away what you're going through. It doesn't minimize it. It just means that you need to maybe let them focus on themselves for the moment, and you focus on yourself. It doesn't mean the person is interested in anybody else or the connection is not going to work out right now. It just means for now maybe that's what you need to do, because you've got the energy between you here as your life purpose. So I feel a lot of the both of you are kind of figuring out what it is that you're here to do on this earth. You know, what makes you happy, what feeds your soul, what purpose are you meant to live, and it is an individual journey. You know, it's a solitary journey, and it's one that we need to figure out in our own time and in our own way. And it's very hard to focus on that if your head is kind of if it's conflicted about somebody else. So this is just saying the energy between you right now is, you know, it's about focusing on yourselves and trusting that what's meant to be will be in divine time. It is quite mixed, but then a lot of relationships do feel like that. We were also in Mercury retrograde, and it's in Libra, you know, so it is all to do with it's the seventh house. It's all got to do with our relationship. So that's another reason why at the minute the energy may feel so intense, because you are both on your own journey and you're both working through your own issues and trying to figure out your own life purpose. And bringing this back over to your the Two of Pentacles, you know, it's trying to figure out what it is that you do want to do in your working life as well. You know, there may be choices to be made. So the last one here for this, oh lovely, we've also got the Page of Cups. So although you may be struggling with certain issues, deep down what you really do want is that happy relationship, the emotional fulfillment. This card is reminding you that you are highly intuitive, and you do have to really be mindful of your energy, and do not let other people's energies drain you. You know, don't be letting other people's emotions drain you. Pull back and work on your own intuition. And if you have been wanting to move and you have been wanting a new home, this card is assuring you that it will come when the time is right. Once you really focus on what you need in your life and make the changes and find that balance, that's when you'll come into the energy of you're going to be ready for this emotional connection, and it's going to be on a deeper level than maybe you've experienced up to now. So it's a very positive card. Do spend time near water if you can. When the cups come out, it's always a reminder to spend time near the ocean, clear and cleanse your energy. Have long hot baths, long hot showers, use Epsom salts, use baking powder in your baths for detox. But really be mindful of your energy. But it's a positive card. It's the card of new beginnings. You know, it's the awakening of your psychic abilities as well. And again, once you find that balance within yourself and you're trying to the yin and the yang, once you balance out that the male and the female energy, things are really start going to work out for you. So here you've got your person here right now is going through an awakening, like I was saying, a spiritual transformation. And this card confirms why the relationship hasn't been moving forward, because the person, he's in the hangman position. Now if you also look, some people see this card as a negative. It's not. It's quite positive, because it's like they're trying to figure out what's right for them, as we got the Seven of Swords and the Boundaries card. And if you look here, his head is underneath his heart, so he's trying to allow, well, he or she, but you know, in the card I'm just explaining the way he's allowing basically he's trying to feel what needs to be felt, you know. He is also divinely protected, and he's got Archangel Chamuel there, you know, saying I'm here when you need me. It is a card of pause and contemplation, and that's exactly what Mercury retrograde is all about. It's contemplation and figuring out what needs to change, you know, and what changes will benefit, releasing what no longer serves, and just allowing themselves to be in their own energy, you know, to figure out what it is that they do want. I do feel like this person thinks about you a lot. I feel like they're in their head a lot. They're trying to figure out what it is that's best for you and them. And at times I don't think they can just comprehend the emotions that they do feel for you. It's coming back to allowing themselves to feel. I think at the start of the relationship, it was all about it wasn't really emotional, maybe it was just thoughts, but now it's becoming emotional, and it's figuring out what to do with the emotions and how to handle it. Moving forward, the energy between you. So you've got here the ship coming in. This person may live a distance away from you. There could be a need to travel to meet the person, or there could be talk of wanting to move or to travel with each other, or maybe move. But this is a positive card, because it's the card of all your plans starting to work out. So again, it's trusting whatever was meant to be will be, and stop trying to push the outcome forward, because when we focus on a certain outcome and it doesn't work that way, you know, we're not allowing ourselves to be open. we're not living in the present moment, and then we're missing out on opportunities. So this is the card of passion, you know, creativity, working together, about being patient and trusting that what you want is going to come for you. But again, it's identifying it in the first place, and bringing that balance back into your life, letting go to the attachment, to the outcome, and letting your person deal with what they need to deal with in their own way, in their own time, and giving them the space, because that's what at the moment they need. It doesn't mean that they're I don't think they're giving that energy to anybody else. I don't think they're interested in anybody else. I think they're just trying to work on themselves so they can be the best version of themselves. So when they come back into this union, then they can be really there, you know, heart and soul. So it's quite positive. So I have here the Whispers of Love card. So I'm just going to pull one of these for each. It's just a message for you at the moment. And you have received, do something for someone, so give your attention to another. So it's like you don't have to, you can do something that's quite small, but yet can mean so much, you know. And even just by giving someone the space that they need and the time that they need, that could be all that this person needs right now. And just telling them, you know, I'm here whenever you're ready, you know, and that's doing something for somebody, you know, and that can mean a whole lot. And just explaining that I understand what you need, and I'm willing to give you that time to do what you need. So let's give this for a message for your person. So be supportive, make a genuine offer to show you care. So again, I feel like the two of you maybe need to be more open and honest with each other in the way you're feeling. You know, you don't have to act on anything, but again, it's about your partner saying to you, you know, look, I just need to work through these things at the moment, but I'm here if you need me to. And maybe that's something that they struggle with, because I think they're used to doing things their own way, dealing with things on their own, and now they've got this connection now, and you know, they don't know how to approach it. You know, when you're used to doing things your way and figuring out stuff yourself, it's hard when you do meet somebody to kind of allow somebody to be there. So maybe you need to explain to them, you know, that you need that support, even if it's a phone call, you know, just to know that when you will ring, that they'll answer, you know, and you don't expect them to do anything or take action, but just to be supportive and listen, and vice versa. So I think communication is key in any relationship. So the energy between you, the card you've got here is the message from the Whispers of Love, is spend quality time together. So listen and talk to each other. So it's just what I've been saying, really. It's about, you know, being supportive and telling each other we're there, we care, and we just need our own space when we need our own space. But also about making time when the time is right to be there for each other and spend that time together. The illustrations on the cards are lovely. Like I really do feel from what I pick up that this person really does care for you. I just feel like they may not express themselves because they don't know how. And maybe you don't express yourself as much as you think you do. Maybe you need to assess that as well. But it is about having that conversation about supporting each other, you know, and exactly how you feel about each other. So I have a message here from, I think it's the Divine Oracle. So basically we're just asking the cards for a message from your person, what they'd say to you right now. I'm just giving them a shuffle, maybe one more. And we have, I know it was a distraction from your pain. So maybe the person knew that, you know, you were maybe giving too much energy, and that was causing you to bring in balance into your life. And you know, that's maybe why they've pulled back, so they can figure out, you know, to allow you to figure out what you need to do, and vice versa. And we'll just pull one more for you here. And then you've got, I feel you even though we are apart. So as I said earlier, you know, I think this person really does care about you. I do feel like they think about you a lot. They're trying to figure things out, and it's important that you do know that, because deep down you know. It's just sometimes you allow situations to kind of just, what's the word, to overtake. And you know, you don't focus on what you need to focus on, and you need to make sure to pull back your energy and focus on you, and trust that they're going to do what they're going to do, and they're going to do what's best for them and you. You've got here, your message to them is, I feel you leaving me behind. So maybe they feel that you're leaving them behind, and you know what you're going through. As I said, relationships are so complicated. And we have here, sorry, let's get one more shuffle, just didn't feel right there. Yeah. Finding out the truth crushed me. So I don't know, maybe you found something out that really upset you, and you're working through that. And you know, at times as well, I know from my own experience, that we can put so much want into a situation working out the way you know, we want it to, and when it doesn't, like I was saying earlier, you know, that can crush us too. You know, when we really truly believe in something that it doesn't work out the way we want, or we planned, or you just truly felt it was going to work out, that is crushing. But at the same time, I always feel like when you're redirected into a new path, it's about trusting in that path, and you know, trusting that the best is yet to come. So I've got these, I think they're messages from the divine counterpart. So you've got the message here is, a love bond grows stronger over time. So this is coming to tell you that this bond will deepen. It will definitely take you on a journey that you've never experienced before. But in the meantime, it's about you working on your issues, they work on their issues, and then you'll come back together stronger and more present in the relationship, and being more supportive and communicative to each other. So I'm just going to pull the Lover's Oracle. So we'll pull one for you and one for them. So your advice here from the Lover's Oracle. These are lovely little cards. So you have Sacred Union. So it's honor and treasure your relationship that is truly sacred. So it is truly sacred. You're not making things up in your head. You know that the love is there. You know that this person is what you want. You've just got to allow them to work on their issues right now, and you work on yours. And then the message from your person is, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time, nothing is missing. So it definitely feels like you are in separation at the moment, and this card is just reminding you, you know, that the person does care. They do think about you a lot. That's really obvious in the cards, and that it's just about believing in the connection but not living for a certain outcome. So just this message for the both of you. It says, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflections. So in any kind of relationship, especially romantic, you know, we all kind of trigger and heal each other, and we're usually mirrors of ourselves. So, you know, there is a bit of healing to be done on both sides when you take the time out to pull back your energy and focus on your own healing, and then your person does that too. The union will come back you know, it's like this, your ship is going to come in, And if you have been thinking about traveling together, or there is a distance, a physical distance in the relationship, this is telling you that you will also come together physically as well. So it is quite positive. Take the time out for this Mercury retrograde and really focus on what it is that you need to focus on right now, because it's a powerful time for, you know, Mercury retrograde is all about revisit, review, reassess, reconcile. So it really is important that you just take the time out to do the bit of healing, allow your other half to do their healing, because it doesn't matter how much you push for something to happen, it will not work out until the time is right. So make the most of it and be gentle with yourself, and stop doubting. You know the person cares, you care about them, they care about you. So just rest in that knowledge and be assured all will work out in divine time. So I hope that resonates with you. So please like, share and subscribe if you like the video. Thanks very much.